Snowbird Brown from Alaskan Bush People has a touching story of strength, love, and loss. She became incredibly independent after her father, Billy Brown, sadly passed away from a surprising illness, making it hard for her to say goodbye. In this video, we'll look at Billy Brown's impact, his sudden diagnosis, and how Snowbird is adjusting to life without him. The Brown family's journey starts with their brave choice to live in the Alaskan wilderness. In 1983, a couple decided to leave their regular life and find something more rewarding. They sold their truck and tools to buy tickets for a ship to Alaska, where they would start fresh with their 2 young sons. This choice changed their lives forever. They settled in the wilderness, spending their first winter on an island just 50 miles from the city of Wrangell. A friend's trapper shack served as their shelter during this isolated time. Unprepared, they spent a tough 18 months stuck on the island. This changed how they felt about living off the grid. Even when a passing skipper offered them a way back to normal life, Billy and Amy chose to stay in Alaska. They began to see the wilderness as a way of life rather than a challenge. Their decision helped build a strong and independent lifestyle for their family. Over the years, the Browns grew their family to include 7 members. The children Matt, Bam, Bear, Gabe, Noah, Snowbird, and Rain are known as the Wolf Pack. Each family member had special skills that helped them survive together. They hunted, farmed, and built homes, doing well despite Alaska's tough weather. Billy, the father, led the family and encouraged his kids to be strong, independent, and creative. Their lifestyle in the wilderness attracted the interest of a TV producer who found out about Billy. Self-published autobiographies led to the launch of Alaskan Bush People in 2014, a reality show that shared the Brown family story with many viewers. The family's way of life was shaped by Billy Brown's adventurous spirit and strong will to create a unique lifestyle. He started North Star Ranch to live off the land and raise his family close to nature. Despite difficulties like money problems and health issues, including cancer, Billy remained determined. Billy Brown was a source of hope and strength for his family. Living off the grid brought many challenges and adventures, but the Browns were dedicated to this way of life. With Billy's leadership, they created a resilient and loving home in the Alaskan wilderness, reflecting their survival spirit. Billy's life was filled with both successes and hardships, which helped him become the inspiring person that many people admired. He was born into Billy grew up in a rich Texas family, enjoying a life of comfort. But when he was 16, his parents and sister died in a plane crash, leaving him alone and broke after being cheated out of his inheritance. Despite this huge loss, Billy found the strength to keep going. He took various jobs and faced tough times, which made him stronger. After a short first marriage that gave him 2 kids, his life changed again when he met Amy. Together, they worked towards a dream of independence and self-sufficiency. In the 1980s, Billy moved to the wilds of Alaska with his young sons. Their early days were tough, including 18 months stuck on Mossman Island. However, Billy's determination grew. He loved telling stories about his adventures and wrote books like One Wave at a Time, which inspired the popular show Alaskan Bush People. This show shared his family's off-the-grid life with many people and made Billy a symbol of independence and resourcefulness. His adventurous spirit shone through in everything he did. Billy is an award-winning horse trainer, skilled diver, musician, and more, showing his passion for living life on his own terms. Life in Alaska was tough. Wildfires destroyed his family's home in 1994, but Billy never gave up. He built a life from nothing and taught his children important values like hard work, unity, and determination. Through his books and TV show, Billy inspired many people to appreciate nature and focus on being strong rather than taking the easy way out. His legacy is one of strength, creativity, and endless possibilities. His love for his family is strong and connects him to those nearest to him, like his daughter Snowbird, who's had her own struggles since he received his bad diagnosis. We'll soon talk about their life in the Alaskan wilderness, which requires strength, teamwork, and close relationships. Traits the Brown family shows well. Led by their father, Billy Brown, they have built a strong bond that helps them handle the difficulties of living away from modern conveniences. Facing tough winters and unexpected challenges like wildfires, Bill's leadership and dedication have helped keep the family united. His eldest daughter, Snowbird, shows many of the values he taught her. She is known for her quiet strength and love of nature, playing an important role in keeping the family together. Whether taking care of animals or exploring the wilderness for resources, Snowbird's deep connection to the land shows Bill's teachings about living in harmony with nature. Her siblings often called her the peacemaker because she helped resolve conflicts when their different personalities clashed during difficult times. Billy, their father, played a big role in teaching his 7 children to use their individual strengths to help the family. Matt, the oldest, shared Billy's love for adventure. Bam Bam was practical and organized. Bear was bold, while Noah was more reserved. Gabriel brought humor, which helped lighten the mood during tough moments. Snowbird was also part of the family dynamic. She was resourceful and a quiet leader, helping her siblings learn important skills and love the outdoors. Despite their differences, Billy's guidance brought them together as a team. He encouraged them to talk openly and work together, showing that surviving in the wilderness required everyone's effort. Snowbird especially followed this idea, combining her independence with a strong commitment to her family. The family's happiness depended on her support, whether she was hunting, building shelters, or comforting her siblings during tough times. She was always there, which helped keep the family together. They experienced both joyful and difficult times, often filled with laughter, even on the hardest days. Billy's stories by the campfire and his positive attitude inspired his children, especially Snowbird, who loved telling stories too. She helped her family appreciate the beauty in everyday moments. The family's unusual way of life faced tough times, leading to challenges and disagreements when personalities clashed. Despite this, Billy stayed calm and helped them deal with conflicts, stressing the importance of family. Living far from modern comforts, the Brown family's support for each other was their main strength. Billy's dream of a self-sufficient family living peacefully with nature came true because he built strong connections among them. Billy Brown, the head of the Brown family from Alaskan bush people, helped his children stay close and created a loving family bond. They were like a strong wolf pack in Alaska. However, everything changed when Billy received a serious diagnosis. He passed away at the age of 68 in their home in Washington, deeply affecting the family, especially Snowbird. His unexpected death was a heartbreaking moment that changed their lives forever. On the day Billy passed away, his family realized something was seriously wrong. His health suddenly started to get worse. He first said he felt sick, but then his condition quickly deteriorated. He had trouble breathing and moved more slowly. Understanding how serious it was, the family called 911 and tried to stay calm while explaining Billy's symptoms to the operator. The rescue team rushed to help as they awaited emergency assistance. The 911 operator told the family to keep Billy calm while they waited for help. As time went on, Billy's condition got worse and the family became more worried. When the paramedics arrived, they quickly checked Billy and found he was having a seizure, probably because of a health problem. They worked fast to help him, but he was very weak. Billy couldn't be airlifted to the hospital, and the doctors said his chances of surviving were very low. They told the family to get ready for the worst. Soon, Billy's heart stopped beating on its own, and efforts to save him didn't work. The paramedics gave the sad news. There was no hope for him to recover. The family had to say their goodbyes in a short but meaningful moment, as they knew time was short. It was a heartbreaking farewell, especially for Snowbird, who was finding it especially hard to cope. The sad truth was that her father wouldn't make it. The TV network that followed the Brown family's life in the wilderness shared a statement expressing sorrow over Billy's death. They called him a pioneer and a wonderful man who inspired many. As fans mourned with the Browns, the emotional look at their struggles made their pain very clear. Billy's last moments showed not only how fragile life is, but also the deep impact of their situation. The Brown family shows love and support for each other after the loss of their father. The siblings often worked through their differences, but they came together to comfort one another during this tough time. Snowbird especially felt the loss deeply, thinking about the values their father taught them and the memories they made together. Billy passed away from an epileptic seizure, which highlighted the health issues he had faced before. Despite these challenges, he was always a strong and determined person for them. The day Billy Brown died is remembered for the deep sadness it brought, but it also showed how strong the Brown family is. It marked the end of a significant time for the Alaskan Bush people and highlighted Billy's importance as a father, leader, and pioneer. Each of Billy's children dealt with their grief in their way, and for Snowbird, the path forward would be particularly personal and tough. Snowbird Brown's emotional goodbye was especially meaningful since she was one of the closest family members. Billy Snowbird had a close relationship with her father, who shared her love for nature and adventure. Her calm strength and love for alone time were similar to his, which made his death very hard for her. The day he suffered a fatal seizure changed the Brown family forever. Snowbird recalled the sad moments when the emergency responders arrived and looked at Billy's condition. She remembered crying as they told the family what had happened. They had to say goodbye to Billy while he was still alive because they couldn't keep performing CPR or move him since his heart wasn't beating on its own. She talked about how hard it was to deal with this reality, and while sharing her feelings, you could really sense her pain over losing her dad. In a touching moment on Alaskan Bush People, she talked about how tough it is to move on. She knew her dad wouldn't want them to be sad and that they should keep going, but it was difficult for her. Moving forward feels impossible because each day feels like a never-ending nightmare. She expressed deep sadness as she struggled with losing the man who guided and inspired her. Snowbird's love for Billy is more than just a regular father-daughter bond. She truly admired his willingness to take risks and his adventurous spirit, which she has also taken on in her own life. Like Billy, Snowbird finds comfort and strength in nature and loves exploring the outdoors. Snowbird's positive attitude and strong determination have encouraged many to see the beauty in life and make the most of it, even during tough times. As she goes through life without her father, she keeps his memory alive. The lessons, values, and love for nature that he taught her are still important to her. Saying goodbye to him was very difficult, but Snowbird's strength shows the impact he had on her. She honors him by living in a way that reflects the special qualities he had, keeping his spirit alive. The Brown family is still following Billy's lessons. What part of their story do you connect with the most? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.